ahead. Alright, I think we have everybody here. Everybody here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's literally like everybody. Okay. Hello everybody, how's everybody's day going? Alright, there's Wong. Perfect. Are we missing anybody? This meeting is going to be recorded, so for anybody that did miss it or wants to look back on it, it will be in the HR notes. Okay, we're recording. Perfect. Before I start, for those of you who don't know me, hello, my name is Poppy. I am staff for Music and Mayhem. I've been having a really great time helping with the city. Shout out to Medic, thank you for bringing me to the team. I became commissioner because the previous chiefs, one, did not have personal time or enough time to dedicate to you guys, so she resigned after Matic and I asked her multiple times to get things done and finished, and she did not do them. She just kept giving excuses. The other chief, it was too much for her. She did not like that there were complaints against her. She personally decided to resign as well. So I came on as commissioner to help out. I really enjoyed my time so far. I know the changes have been a lot and they've been very fast, but honestly, you guys should have been trained and taught these things from day one, which you weren't, so I apologize that happened. The SOPs are almost finished. It's not completely finished. I'm still working on it, but I will share it with you guys now so you can read it over. I am going to post it in the human resources chat right here. You guys should be able to see it. Again, it is not fully finished yet, but most of it is. So if you want to start looking over it now, you can. There's a lot of useful information inside of that. We're gonna go over it right now. I'll just read it off. So if anybody wants to read along, if you have trouble understanding me in any way, you can read along. The link is in the chat. So employment in general. You cannot have any type of felonies. If you would like to work for EMS, no criminal activities, no crime on duty. If you are off duty and are caught doing a serious crime, you will be fired. If actively clocked on, you must be in the correct uniform and on radio at all times. Our new uniforms with our Pillbox Hill badges and our new scrubs and doctor coats and our stethoscopes are currently in the test server, so they will be pushed to the actual server sometime soon, within like the next week, I hope. So for now, until then, you can wear as you've been wearing, but when the new outfits get put in, we will be going based off the uniform code. You must be on radio at all times. I noticed one of our doctors that isn't here is always clocked in to EMS, but never at the hospital or on radio. She will be getting demoted. I already demoted her. Make sure to set your call sign to your correct rank. So I'm not quite sure how to do it anymore. This would be for Matic to answer. I know we can't do /call sign. It says it's only for police now. So we do have no way to set our call sign for the radio at the moment, unless Matic, is there a way to do that? I know that if you think /dispatch large, it'll open that and you can set your call sign there, but it does not transfer over to the radio, so I'm not sure how to do it for the radio as of right now. If anyone knows how to do it as of right now, please let me know, because I don't even know. We might have to have it re-implemented, coded in. Yeah, it no longer shows on the radio. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yeah. We do have the new MDT pudding put in. We're gonna go over that. You are not to be farming your paychecks. If you are unaware of the term, this is when you go on duty without the intent to do your job just to collect your paycheck. If caught doing this, it will result in immediate termination. We already have a small amount of staff for AMS, so if I catch any of you just farming your paychecks, you're out of here. If you do need to go on a leave of absence, please head over to the front desk in the emails and click leave of absence to request an LOA. When you're returning from a leave of absence, there is also another button in the front desk that says return from LOA. That will let you return and it'll give you back your role and rank. If you have been fired and you would like your job back, your record must be expunged. You need to talk with the commissioner, the chief, or assistant chief. If cleared, you will be on probationary trial, period, and start over from the EMT rank. You must do at least 10 hours a week to keep your job. So that is at least 2 hours a day for 5 days, or you can spread it out over 7. Alright, next we have the chain of command. We have the commissioner, which is known as department command. They wear white for the uniform code. We have the chief, assistant chief, and surgeons. Those are high command. They wear red. I can actually see your hours, Sly. I have a clock in channel that only I and high command can see in the Discord. Would you like me to make it public so you can see it too? Hold on, I'll make it public so you can see it right now. Give me 1 second. Alright, let me know if you guys can see that. I'm gonna move it up. Alright. It's called Clock In. It should be under EMS General now. You guys should be able to see it. Let me know if you guys can see it. Yep. Alright, so if you click on it, you can look through. It'll say when you clock in, clock out. And it says the time that you clocked in for. Alright. After High Command, we have our doctorates. Those are the attending doctors, fellows, residents, and intern doctors. They wear black. They're stationed at Pillbox 24/7 unless we have no one to patrol. If there is no one to patrol or everyone on patrol is busy, they can also go on patrol to help out. If there's certain calls that are not being answered, they're able to go on patrol, but I would prefer them to be stationed. But again, they can patrol if they would like. As long as someone is always at Pillbox, if it's just one person, that's fine. Next, we have our assistant command. Those are known as physician assistants and nurses. They will wear light green. When I say light green, it's like a doctor scrub light green. I made sure the colors are unisex colors, so. Next, we have our patrol. Our patrol rank is paramedics, EMTs, and I added in a new position. The new position is called EMT trainee. You will be an EMT trainee until you complete your FTO sheet. Those all wear light blue. EMT trainees, while they are getting their FTO sheet done or have not completed their FTO sheet, must ride along with someone else. I do not want to see my EMT trainees that have not completed their FTO sheet driving around on their own. Paramedics and EMTs must always be on patrol. That is why they are the patrol command. Paramedics and EMTs should not be sitting around in front of the hospital. I want to see you guys in your car, somewhere in the city, even if you're sitting at a mechanic shop, sitting at a store, sitting at a business, sitting at the arcade, sitting wherever you want to sit, or constantly driving. I want the paramedics and EMTs to always be on patrol. FTOs in training. All right, EMT trainee. An EMT trainee must always have a ride along. An EMT trainee, if no one else is on duty, is permitted to ride solo. So if you are the only person clocked on and you are an EMT trainee, you do have the green light to go to calls on your own or sit at pillbox on your own. Those are the only times that you're allowed to do that. An EMT trainee must have an FTO sheet. They can ride solo after completing their entire FTO sheet. Once a trainee completes their FTO sheet, they can ride solo. Oh, I wrote that twice. I'm so sorry. My apologies. Once an EMT trainee completes their FTO sheet and 7 days of work, they will be promoted by high command to an official EMT. Official EMTs can ride solo. Does that make sense, the difference between EMT trainee and EMT? Okay. Perfect. All right. FTOs, Field Training Officers. That's what FTO stands for. FTOs can only be Doctors Plus. So if you are Doctorate Command or higher, you can mark checks off on a trainee's training sheet. FTOs must create an FTO sheet located for each EMT trainee in the FTO sheets forum. Oh wait, I wrote that wrong. I'm so sorry. See, this is why I have you guys, because I didn't even notice I wrote that wrong. Let me try that again. FTOs must create an FTO sheet for each MT trainee in the FTO Sheets forum, which is located under the Doctors category section in the emails. So again, only doctorates and above can see that. That is why it's only in the Doctors category. You guys will not be able to see it if you are not a doctorate or above command. All FTOs must use a template provided in the post guidelines located next to new post in the FTO Sheets forum. Do we have any questions about FTOing or EMT trainees and EMTs? All right. Next, we have useful keybinds. You can also find these in the the Learning Center tab channel in the emails. You can just press F8 and copy and paste these and enter them. And this will allow you to escort, heal, diagnose, CPR, and revive with just the press of a button instead of having to type out /me's or /heal. This is very helpful. It comes in handy. It's going to help a lot of you. I know a lot of you don't like to type for your roleplay. This allows you to just press a button and you will heal and do a /me all at once. Obviously, you can change what it says to what you would like it to say. I really recommend you guys press F8 and copy and paste those in. You can use, it doesn't have to be the keys that I put in the Learning Center. You can choose whatever key on your keyboard you want to use. I definitely recommend going to the Learning Center channel and reading through that. Next is treatment. Pillbox Hill Medical Center. When stationed at Pillbox Hill, you must always treat your patients in a treatment room. I no longer want to see you guys treating people in the parking lot. or on the sidewalk. Always bring your patient into a treatment room. You are medical professionals. You are not street doctors. I hope that's all right. Yeah, Ida, I'll add that into the learning center as well. That's true. A lot of people don't know how to bind or unbind things in their F8 menu. Ida, if you can you go add that in there for me? Mr. Wong, what are you referring to? Are you referring to the patrol section? If you're referring to the patrol section, let me finish the pillbox section and then we will discuss your question. Alright, so when you're stationed at pillbox, you must always bring your patient into a treatment room to be treated. Don't treat them in the parking lot. That is dangerous. Let me give you an example as to why that is dangerous. If a police officer shows up with his partner because his partner has been downed, and you treat that police officer in the parking lot, you are compromising their safety. You never know when somebody will roll up to the parking lot and kill the other officer, or rob them, or any of the above. It is the same thing with treating a patient or a gang member. If you do it in the parking lot, you are not only compromising their safety, but your own. So I want you to treat all patients that come to Pillbox in a treatment room. Nurses in hire will remain stationed in front of Pillbox. If there are not any nurses plus personnel in the city at the time, a single EMT or paramedic may stay stationed there until a higher rank flies in. So if you are an EMT trainee, or a paramedic, if there is no one ranked higher than you in the city at that time, you have the green light to stay stationed at Pillbox and to patrol on your own. Mr. Wong, I'll get to that in a second, I promise. Does anyone have any questions on what we've went over so far? Okay, yeah. You must always diagnose first. It does not matter if they are up and alive or down and dead. Diagnose first before treatment. To diagnose, it is /diagnose. You must always diagnose, alright? You have to diagnose first because depending on the diagnosis, if they have blunt force trauma, you do have to use an ice pack to get rid of that blunt force trauma. If they have gunshot wounds, you will have to use tweezers first before healing. If they have burns, you will have to use burn cream before healing. And so on and so forth. So always diagnose first. It doesn't matter if they are up or walking or down and flat backed. You have to diagnose first, guys. Because if you do not diagnose first and you do not see what's wrong, When you heal them, it will not heal them properly. Lower pillbox is to be used for treating police suspects, detainees, and prisoners. If PD pulls up to the main lobby of pillbox with a suspect or inmate, please direct them to the lower floor. We do not treat criminals or suspects on the main floor. That can compromise the EMS personnel and the patients in the lobby's safety. So, a few times we've had PD bring suspects to the main lobby. I assume they weren't informed about lower pillbox and to bring them there. I will talk to Gamble and have him remind his PD officers to bring suspects and criminals to lower pillbox. But if PD does pull up to main lobby of pillbox with a suspect because they did not know where they forgot, please remind them and redirect them to go to lower pillbox. If PD requests the doors locked, you need to lock them or you can be arrested for aiding and abetting. If you are to help and unlock the doors in lower pillbox or let a patient go free, I do give them the go-ahead to arrest you, and if you get arrested for aiding and abetting, you will be fired. No questions asked. That's it. If you aid and abet by not locking the lower pillbox doors or unlocking them to let the suspects escape, they will arrest you for aiding and abetting, and you will be fired. Alright, this is the one Wong and Ezekiel were asking about patrol. When on patrol, you must remember to diagnose your patient first. Even if you're not stationed at pillbox and you're on patrol, when you arrive on a scene, make sure to always /diagnose your patient first so you can treat them properly. If your patient is down, you use /diagnose first. If they have a gunshot wound or blood loss, you must put them in your ambulance and bring them back to the hospital for treatment in a treatment room. So when you diagnose someone on a scene that you arrive to through the dispatch and you diagnose them and it says they have a gunshot wound or a blood loss, or you can clearly see they have been shot, you must put them in your ambulance and bring them back to the hospital for treatment. We are trying to make this city serious roleplay, and in real life, if someone has a gunshot wound or is bleeding out, you cannot just get them up in the street. EMTs and paramedics do not have the equipment or abilities to do so in the street. So I'll repeat myself again. You must diagnose first, and if they have a gunshot wound or blood loss, you must put them in your car, vehicle, or ambulance and bring them back to the hospital for treatment in a treatment room. Matic, are you there? Did you not fix that yet? Guys, if you cannot put them in your vehicle, just escort them and drive back. So what you do is /escort or however you want to do. And drive with them escorted. But it should be fixed. You should be able to just drop them near the vehicle and put them in. Does it still run them over when you escort? Like when you're holding them? I think they'll be okay. They just gotta see the floor for a little bit until you get there. I'll add this to Maddox's list of things to fix. The putting people in the vehicles. If you have to, you do have cuffs on you, and I know all of you here have mostly had your cuff training and pepper spray training. If you have to, do cuff them and put them in the vehicle that way. The F6 has been working well for getting people in cars. Okay, that's perfect. If your patient is down when you arrive on a scene /diagnose, Again, if they have gunshot wounds or blood loss, you must put them in your car and bring them to the hospital to be treated in a treatment room. If they only have blunt force trauma or minor injuries, which means they're up and walking, proceed with the treatment on the scene. So if you diagnose them and it says blunt force trauma, or you arrive on the scene and they are up and walking, you can treat them right there. But if you diagnose them and it says gunshot wounds or blood loss, or you can physically see gunshot wounds on their body, you must treat them at the hospital. If there is personnel already stationed at the front of Pillbox, please drop the patient off to them and then continue your patrol. So let me give you an example. Dr. Ida is stationed at Pillbox because she is the highest ranking in the city at the time. If you are an EMT trainee, or paramedic, or you are just on patrol to be on patrol, and you get a gunshot wound victim, you bring them back to Pillbox, you drop them off to Dr. Ida. Once she takes the patient and you let her know what happened, you go back on patrol. Proper handoff. When you drop them off to the person stationed at Pillbox, you have to remember to tell her what happened, or she cannot treat them properly. Does that make sense? Take that as a yes. If there's more than 3 down, call for backup on the radio. I don't remember what the 10 code is for backup in this city, but the 10 code for backup in my old city was 32. It might be something else. But I also know there's a slash backup command. I stole that from the PD guys. I didn't know that was a thing until I stole it from them. You can do slash backup. It should work. If it doesn't work, you guys can just test it out in city. Actually, I'll test it out right now. So if you guys get a dispatch call, just ignore it. Yeah, see, so you can do slash backup. You also can bind that if you want to bind it to a hotkey. After treatment of any patient, after treating a patient, you may prescribe them 2 bandages and 2 of either amoxicillin, which is an antibiotic, or morphine, which is a painkiller. You must always ask them for their first and last name or ID in order to create a medical report via the new MDT. We do have our new MDTs in city. At the end of going over the SOPs, I will teach you guys how to use them. So get excited, guys. They're really amazing. Treatment steps. When treating an up or downed patient, make sure to always diagnose first. Heavy reminder on diagnosing first. On an up patient, if there's blunt force trauma, use an ice pack and then use a medikit. So it would go slash diagnose, then ice pack, then slash heal. On an up patient, if there's blood loss, use sutures and then a medikit. It would go slash diagnose, use sutures, slash heal. On an up patient, if there is a gunshot wound, use tweezers and then use a medikit. It would go slash diagnose, use sutures, and then slash heal. On a down patient, start slash CPR until a faint pulse appears. If when you do CPR it does not say a faint pulse had appeared, on the top right corner of your screen, you must do CPR again. Sometimes, just like in real life... Wait, did I say sutures twice? Did I say sutures twice? I wrote tweezers, but I said sutures, right? Okay, sorry. I'll reread it. On an up patient, if there's a gunshot wound, use tweezers and then use a medikit. / diagnose. Oh my god, I did write sutures. Thank you guys for pointing that out. Oh my god. I've been working on this for days. I can't believe I messed that up. Yeah, sutures are broken, but I am going to have medic look at them, so don't worry. On a down patient, start / CPR until a faint pulse appears. So, a lot of you have been doing this wrong. I see a lot of people just using / emergency or the emergency third eye. You must always diagnose first, then CPR, then / revive. Sometimes you will have to do it multiple times because it is just like real life. In real life, when I am performing CPR, sometimes I have to do it more than once to get a pulse back from the patient. So, if that happens, that's the next bullet point. If it does not allow you to use revive, you must use CPR again until you get a faint pulse. So if revive doesn't work, always do CPR again. So it would be diagnose, CPR, revive, CPR, revive. If revive does not work after trying it again after CPR again, please take emergency measures and use your last resort, which is / emergency. So it would be diagnose, CPR, revive, CPR, revive, emergency. All right, at a scene. When arriving on the scene, remain in your vehicle. Look around to see if it is safe. If it is not safe, back your vehicle up at least a couple feet away and change your radio to TAC 1, where you will request PD presence to your location. Remain in your vehicle and await PD's arrival. When PD gives you the all clear code 4, you may head into the scene and assess your patients. When arriving on a scene, yeah, they may be on 3 to 4 too, but they only use 3 to 4 when they're doing chases and stuff. So don't go on their 3 or 4s, only go on their 1, because their 3 to 4 radio channels is when they're doing serious stuff as a group. When arriving on a scene, remain in your vehicle. Look around to see if it is safe. If it is safe, you can proceed onto the scene and assess your patients. When on a scene, if you feel unsafe in any way, guys, your life may be threatened in any way, or you go down and die, use / panic for an emergent alert to be sent to the PD and EMS dispatches. Tyler, I'll add that into the learning center after the meeting. PD are the first people to be helped at any scene once PD is either in the ambulance or back up on their feet. You can then load the suspects into the vehicle or get them back up depending on the injuries after diagnosis. When at a scene with PD, do not treat a suspect until PD gives the clear to do so. If you treat a suspect before the PD gives you the clear to do so, you may catch an aiding and abetting charge. When a PD panic alarm is set off, you may head to the scene but stay 10 feet back and behind police vehicles. Remain in your vehicle until PD gives the all clear code 4. Do not take matters into your own hands and pretend to be the PD. Next is vehicles. This is the section I'm still working on. I am going to add in a chart to show you what cars are available for what ranks, but I didn't get to finish it yet. Do not use unauthorized vehicles such as personal cars or stolen vehicles, all right? Do not use your own personal cars. Do not use police cars. Do not use fire department cars. Do not use stolen vehicles. Use only EMS vehicles when clocked on and doing EMS job. Do not leave any medical vehicles unattended unless at a scene or at pillbox. Please, please remember to lock them or put them back in the garage. If you are going off duty, put them back in the garage. Do not leave them outside taking up parking space for the patients. Do not use sirens or lights just for fun. Park your ambulances in the designated emergency parking, which is the red curbs, or the parking spots to the side of the main entrance, not on the sidewalk. Try to leave the parking out front for patients and remind them to park there as well. If your vehicles are scuffed, yes, ask PD to impound them. Go to TAC 1, request their presence. Medical equipment. I didn't finish this section yet either, but I'm going to after this meeting. You are not to be found selling and or giving out EMS equipment such as med kits, more than 2 of any medication, handcuffs, pepper spray, etc. If caught doing so, this will result in an immediate termination. The only equipment you are allowed to sell are bandages. Bandages are $100 per one. You must use /billing to sell the bandages. So, if someone comes to the hospital and asks to purchase bandages, it is $100 per bandage. And this is how you are going to charge them. You're going to think /billing. You're going to put in their ID. You're going to type in bandages. You're going to put in the price. So say they ask for 10. 100 times 10 is 1,000. You're going to charge them $1,000. Now, /billing does give you a commission. You get 40% commission. So if you charge somebody $1,000 for 10 bandages, because bandages are 100 per, you will get $500 commission from that bandage sale. You are only to use /billing when selling bandages to a patient at Pillbox Hospital. You're fine, Ada. You can keep it. You didn't know about it until now. You can keep it. I don't need it. Oh, also, I did want to mention, I don't know if you guys noticed, I did change all of your salaries. So, EMTs now start at $1,000 an hour, and it goes up by $500 per rank. So, paramedics receive $1,500, nurses receive $2,000, so on, so forth. Please try to remember what each piece of equipment does. I am going to, when I finish the medical equipment section in the SOPs, it will say the name of all the equipment in the armory and what everything does. So please check back on the SOPs tomorrow when they're finished to see what everything does. Yeah, per hour is 10 minutes real time. If clocking off duty, you must leave your EMS equipment in your personal locker. If you do not know where your personal locker is, it is located in the staff room. Never, ever, ever bring EMS equipment anywhere off duty. EMS personnel are allowed to be robbed. Leave your EMS equipment in your locker when clocking off. You will be robbed. I promise you that. We only have a few staff members for EMS. I think like 6 to 10 people. So everybody knows who we are. They will rob you for your equipment, especially your pepper spray, your bandages. They're not allowed to take your other gear, though. They're not allowed to take medikits, defibs, ice packs, none of that. But they are allowed to steal your pepper spray, your weapons, anything else like that. So please, 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 please leave your EMS equipment in your locker. Yeah, I don't want you getting robbed, Ida, because they will. They know we have pepper spray and they know we have cuffs. And the only way for criminals and civilians to get pepper spray and cuffs is to either A, rob a cop, which they probably won't do now that they have guns, or B, rob us, the most easiest targets to rob. So, we are going to be the main target going on from today. Because we do not have guns to defend ourselves. We have flashlights. Let's be honest. No gang member, no civilian, no criminal is afraid of a flashlight. So please, again, do not bring your EMS equipment off duty. Put it in your locker. See, the thing is, though, with the flashlights, I get they hit hard, but you have to value your life. There is the rule for RP, value of life. If someone's pointing a gun at you and you swing your flashlight at them, you're clearly not valuing your life. That has been a serious roleplay rule for years. I don't think it will ever go away. I think in real life, even if someone is pointing a gun at you, if I start trying to swing a flashlight at someone holding a gun to my head in real life, I must be out of my mind bonkers. Because that guy is going to shoot me and kill me. During a melee fight, if it's one-on-one, I say go for it. But if it's a two-on-one, don't start swinging when you know you're about to get messed up. That's just like common sense. Value your life. Patient files and reports section I'm going to update after I show you guys how to use the MDT. Alright, now we have commands. /diagnose. Diagnoses a patient. /E space medic is a animation for assessing a patient. If you're really into the medical roleplay, I suggest buying this one. I use it all the time for my roleplay as a doctor. /E space medic is really fun to use for medical scenes. /heal patches up an alive patient. /CPR finds a pulse. /revive resuscitates a patient. /emergency last resort if revive does not work. /panic is a panic alert sent to all PD and EMS personnel, emergent only. If you need EMS or PD on a scene and it is not an emergent alert, you can do /panic B. /backup request emergency backup. /backup B request non-emergent backup. So remember, if it's emergent, it's panic or backup. If it's non-emergent, it's panic B or backup B. Remember that. The next one I have to change because it's no longer /MDT, it's /EMS. /EMS opens the MDT. /dispatch small opens your small dispatch. /dispatch large opens the large dispatch. If you guys type /dispatch large in city and you click the little gearish looking icon, you can set your availability status. You can set your call sign for the map. And you can see where EMS personnel is located in other calls. I suggest checking that out as soon as you can. / dispatch large, setting your rank. Don't forget. For those of you who don't like to look at the little mini map in the bottom left corner, when you're driving or just walking around, you can think / compass. It will turn on the compass located at the top of your screen. / call sign does not work anymore, so I'm gonna delete that. Complaints and repercussions sections are not finished yet. I will finish them in a bit. The 3-strike system. All employees will be on a 3-strike system with no exceptions. The first 2 strikes are demotions, and the third is an immediate fire. For every report or rule break, the issue will be addressed. We will then let you know what you may do to correct that area you are lacking in. The first strike will result in a demotion, and you will remain at that rank you were demoted to until you show further improvements. Ooh, thank you, Tyler. I'll add the one in after, too. The second strike will result in another demotion, and you will remain at the rank you were demoted to until you show further improvement. The third strike will result in an immediate termination from emergency medical services. It was /radar you said, Tyler? I'll add it in right now. Alright. 10 codes. These 10 codes are wrong. Don't read them. I have to update them. Radio communication, I didn't finish yet. Use the street area names when calling out what dispatch you are going to. I don't know if you guys noticed, but all the dispatch calls are usually a 1090. So when everyone is saying that they're 76 to the latest 1090, it gets a little confusing. So from now on, depending on the street or area name on the dispatch call, please say you are 76 to that area or street. This will help in the future when we have more EMS personnel, so not multiple people are showing up at the same scene. An example would be Prime is 76 to Grove Street. Prime is 76 bucks to Pillbox. It's pretty simple. It helps people understand and not get confused. Please use your radio comms. Alright. 41. That's on duty. You're clocking in. So, Prime is 10:41. Whenever I fly in and clock on duty. Whenever I'm about to fly out and clock off duty, I say 10:42. Whenever there's a dispatch call that I want to go to, I say 76 to street or area name. Whenever you arrive on a scene, you say 23. So Prime is 10:23 with a patient that seems to be suffering from gunshot wounds. If you have a car accident or a crash, that's a 10:50. I know our cars are really hard to drive and they slip a lot. So I know a lot of us, including myself, have had some mishaps. If that happens, I just say that you fit in a 10:50. If your car is disabled because you crashed it that bad, just pull out your phone, go to the services app and call a mechanic. They do calls now. Mechanics do calls too. So they'll come, they'll bill you for it, and they'll fix up your car. Uniform code, I didn't finish yet because I'm waiting for the uniforms to be put in the city completely. They're in the test server right now. I think you guys are really gonna like them. They look really good. Billing and invoices. So, on the new MDT, when you make a report after treating a patient, you pick what you did. So, if you healed them, just like a quick patch up while they're up on their feet, you'd type in heal or medikit, and you'd click it, and it would put that in that report. Once you finish that report, they will get billed for that heal. You guys do get 40% commission. So, say I did a quick patch up in the treatment room. I diagnosed, I slash ice packed, or I slash healed. I go into his report, I type in his name, I type what happened, motorcycle crash, prescribe 2 bandages, 2 morphine. Then I go to the invoice section and I would put Medikit, which is $200, and an ice pack. And then when I would save that report, it would save to his patient folder. And you would automatically get 40% of the money you just invoiced them. The rest of the money will go into the hospital account. Yes, we are writing patient files in the new MDT for everybody we treat, whether they are down or up. And so you will also get 40% commission every time you do the reports. I was hoping by adding in the commission, it will encourage you guys to remember to do your reports every time you treat somebody. But at the same time, I think once you see the new MDT, you will understand how easy the reports now are. I know doing it in the emails was really hard. But the new MDT does the name, the date of birth, the fingerprints, all of that for you. All you have to do is type what happened, what you did and gave them, click what invoices you need to do, so sutures or tweezers, morphine, amoxicillin, all that. And then you put in there, you click their patient name, you click your name as a doctor, and you save. It's that simple. Me and Nurse Jenkins tested it out all last night. It's super easy. And when you want to sell bandages to someone who comes to the hospital just to buy bandages that don't need patch up or anything, you just think slash billing. You have to do the report for each individual person, yes. So what I usually do is, I know this is dumb, it's a little old school, but I have sticky notes to the left of me 24/7. So how I've been doing my patient files is I just write down all their names on the sticky note, and then when I have free time and the scene's done, I'll look at my sticky note, I'll know what names it was, and like obviously you remember what happened, so you would just type it all in your free time. Yeah. I know it's a lot of work, guys, but if EMS roleplay is not for you, it's not for you. But you know, like, it's understandable. It's a lot. It's a little realistic now. There's actually structure now. What about unconsciousness? Conscious is ICU. What do you mean? Why would you need an ID for a down dead person? You only need an ID for slash billing. And obviously you would only write the report after you get them up and give them their 2 bandages and 2 pills. If you did the report first, they'd probably be pissed that you left them sitting there, honestly. If they need ICU, you can ask Nancy. Wait, what does that mean? Who's Nancy? Oh, you mean slash me. I don't understand who Nancy is, though. I'm so lost. Am I a boomer? Is that like a TikTok term? I have never heard anyone talk about Nancy before. What? Okay, yeah, just slash me, guys. Looking for their ID in their pocket. Looking for their name. Slash me. The local doctor is Nancy? Oh, good God. Alright, the next section is the dictionary. I'm just gonna be typing out words so you guys understand what they are, because I know a lot of people are new to roleplay. It's like farming a paycheck. It's when you stay clocked into a job but not doing a job just to earn the hourly salary. Hourly salary. Oh my god. When I say a down patient, down is what we call a flat-backed, comatose, or dead patient. So a patient that's on the ground. An up patient is what we call a walking, standing, limping patient. They are not on the floor or down. I will add more in as I go. So, I'm going to share my screen. I wanted to show you guys the video of the new MDT. Let me pull it up. There is 2 videos, so I will show you both of them. EMS MDT. Not the history peek? Wait, can you see my... No, I didn't even click shared screen yet, Ida. Nice try. You scared the shit out of me. I didn't even click share screen. Ida, I almost just had a heart attack. I was watching that diss track a couple minutes ago, and it's not even a custom diss track. It's a song from like a while ago that she just put over a photo of myself. Anyway, Ridetsu. Oh right, I got it. Will I be responding? It's not even a diss track. It's a song. Like that's a song you can listen to on Spotify. She just clipped it and put it with a photo of myself. But fun fact, I am a rapper. I can write a diss track, but you guys, I am staff. I am calm, collected, and professional. So I will not be doing a diss track, even though diss tracks are my specialty. Alright, let's show you guys. Hey, let me know when you can all see the screen. Alright, can everybody see it? I need to see 10 sees it, so I know I can play, because I know there's 10 of you in the audience right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're missing 3 people. Who are we missing? Doesn't see it. Franz, Wong. Franz, see that. Mr. Wong, can you see the screen? Wong fell asleep. Yeah, I thought he would have fallen asleep. Alright, guys, here we go. Our MDT also has a chat box on the dashboard. This is where you would make your report. It's called an incident. Incident name, incident description. People involved would be the patients. Doctor involved would be you. Invoice. So this guy got breast surgery. He typed in and clicked breast surgery and thoracic surgery. You can also take a picture with the MDT that has a built-in camera. Then you would click create incident and it would bill the patient automatically for you. So you guys shouldn't have access to this tab. Only I should be able to do it. If you guys do have access to the invoices tab, please don't make any new invoices. Everything that we need is already there. You will be able to read the 10 codes in the MDT. I have to change them up. No, you don't have to put a report number. Just put, a title. But if the cops do give you a report number, put it in the description. You can see all the recent dispatch calls in the calls section of the MDT. So all the incidents that you have reported on a certain person, if you click on their name in citizens, it will show all the reports there. If you go to config, you can change the entire color and look of your MDT to whatever you prefer. Alright, there is one more video.
Wanna know I took my business to the
That's
next
not it. There is one more video, the updated version, which we have. Here it is. Alright, let me start at the beginning. Yeah, so if you and another EMS personnel, you just type in their names also and click them. Why is this music kind of a vibe? You can send alerts in real time as well, but I prefer you guys use the panic or backup buttons. I prefer you guys use those. It's like a whole music video. Oh, and if English isn't your main language, you can change the entire language of the MDT. Yeah, but please put your notes and everything in English. Okay, so here's the thing. For the reports, the incidents, I want the name of the incident to just be the patient's first and last name. For now. So when you're making an incident, starting now, put the title as their first and last name. Until I come up with a better idea, because I think their first and last name will just be easier. In the description, put what happened, what you did, and what you gave them. So if you gave them 2 bandages and 2 amoxicillin, you'd put that. If you gave them 2 bandages and 2 morphine, you'd put that. If you use an ice pack, a heal, bandages, and a morphine does cost money. So you will put that in the invoice. Ice pack, heal, medikit, morphine. Then you will click create and it will invoice them automatically. The patient file in the Discord you will no longer use. I'm going to delete it after I transfer everything over to the MDT. Now, here's the thing for you guys. When treating a patient, if you notice their patient file does not have a profile picture, please just click on the picture and it will automatically open your MDT camera, take a photo of them, press enter, and it'll save to their profile. It's that easy. I'm also going to do that to all of you guys, so you have photos for your profiles in the MDT. Do we have any questions about the MDT or the SOPs? Anything? All right, Tyler, what's up?
Hello.
Hello.
So I'm looking at the invoice thing after on the incidents or
Yeah.
like on the device here, right? So when we go into invoices, if we use like burn cream,
Mm-hmm.
it lets me put it on there, but when I go to the invoice page, I can't physically build my own invoice that way. I'll have to use
No,
shortcut.
you just use whatever invoice is already made. You don't use the invoice tab at all. Pretend it's not there.
Okay.
That's just for me to be able to make them, so I can like type out like breast surgery and put an amount, and you'll have that option in your reports.
Well, right. Well, we would need to use our invoice stuff like ice pack and stuff.
Yeah, those are all put in already.
To it, right? Yeah.
They're all
So
in
the
already.
way to get those added is through that invoice line. Then you can't go build an invoice the other way. I'm guessing.
No.
Okay.
I'm a
That
little
was
confused,
what I
but
was
no,
confused
you
about.
just make an incident report, you type in and you press enter on each thing. They all already have automatic numbers and stuff. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
I just didn't know if we use the invoice page to build our own invoice that then goes here. I thought there was another step.
No, the invoice page is just me setting the prices for everything. I don't even know why it's called invoice tab. That's just what it's called.
Okay. Because the only thing I heard you say was don't create any new invoices here.
Yeah, so if you guys do have access to creating an invoice in the invoice tab, do not use it. Do not touch it. I will just delete the ones that you make. Do you have any more questions?
Nope. That was it for the MDT.
All right. Perfect. Any other questions about anything else?
Nope.
Alrighty. All right. Does anyone else have any other questions? Anybody? Anybody at all? Going once, going twice, going thrice, going forth. I clicked on leave of absence. You clicked leave of absence and it said you didn't have the role. Huh. It does say that. I'll fix it after, fans. If anyone has any questions, click the raise hand button. This technically is the end of the meeting, so if you want to raise your hand, go ahead.
What's up, fam? Okay, hi. So, I have a few questions that I was brought to my attention before, and I wanted to kind of speak on behalf of some of the people that has been used in the chain of command. So, Number one, I have like a list, so it's gonna be sporadic, but I
You're
have a list
fine.
of things.
I love
So,
a good list.
okay, perfect. So, first of all, EMS currently has keys to the prison, and we should not have keys to the prison. I've already talked to Gamble
Yeah, I
about
don't
this.
what's up with that. I
Yeah.
don't know why. I think
So,
that has something to do with the fact that PD can also unlock lower pillbox.
okay, right. So we should not be able to have access to the prison because in a scenario before where there was a downed individual that had tried to escape from prison, I had brought them into the prison to try to keep them, you know what I mean, like at bay and keep them inside the prison because they had jumped from the tower. And I was going to use the medical area in the prison to treat them properly. Well, I discovered that I had keys to almost everything. You know what I mean? So that's something
Yeah.
that we should probably talk and connect with PD on because Gamble said nobody should even really know that information or should be doing doing that. So we need to really be careful that we're not, if there is something at the prison,
Make
it,
sure you
it could
call
be
PD there first. Do not go
right.
into the prison
Make sure
without
they're
PD.
on site. Yes. So I did call PD whenever I seen that there was individuals jumping from the tower, so I could have people or them on site. Yeah. Oh, okay. So that they might have fixed it already. I'm not really sure about EMTs, but anyway. Okay. Second, I want to mention that sometimes you're going to go to a scene and there's going to be people that are in a really they're still arguing, then they're kind of in a bad mood. And sometimes these people are not responding if when you ask for their first and last names, and they won't give you the information, or they give you something fake, or they're not responding at all because they're probably in their head like malding whatever. But what I want to mention is even if they don't give the name, we should still be treating them as patients. If anything, we could just put them as a John Doe or Jane Doe in the system. Would that be okay, or something we should do if
when you write the incident report, you can just write Jane or John Doe and just don't put a citizen's name in the tag.
We can we can maybe like tag the scene incident, like maybe when there is a big scene that's going on, maybe we could write like a reference number or something, or some kind of code of some sort, and then we could tag that in their case saying, hey, this person was involved in this scene. And maybe that would be something that the PD would
put
have.
that into the description because PD is going to be requesting files via the front desk in the emails. So if that's in the description when we send the screenshot over to them, it will help out.
Okay, perfect. When there is a 311 call, we would like to be able to respond to that 311 call. In other cities, there's been options where we can do 311R.
Yeah, you reply to them and it says them on their screen, right?
Right. Is that something that we could probably look into later on? Like not right now, but asking
I
for
also have that in other cities too, so I know exactly what you're talking about. I don't think we have that in our city yet, but I'll definitely add it to the thing.
Like kind of looking into it. I was wondering if that's a thing, because sometimes like we will get calls up in Paleto and we have to drive up there, the ones who aren't flight certified. And by the time, and then so like there's no one at the hospital to help them, and then we're all the way in Paleto. So that was kind of what we were asking, if that could be something that we could look into. I have has been looking at the best tires and rims for the vehicles. He's kind of been on that, seeing what vehicles work the best, and I think that we've decided, or that we've come up with, that the vehicles, the best tires to use on all the vehicles are muscle tires. They seem to turn better, or the best. And we've also requested for all vehicles to have harnesses, and we like a light gray color for the vehicles. One second, I'm reading.
So we have custom liveries being made right now already.
Okay, perfect.
They're actually a white, but High Command's is red. Doctors is also white.
Okay.
And then Chiefs and Commissioners is black.
Okay.
So
very nice.
Those are being made custom to match our logo and our outfits.
Okay.
So just put up with the ugly ones for a little longer.
No, they're not ugly. It was just something we had seen. Like the gray is really nice too. like rolling around, we've been using like the light, like a steel gray for the
Mhm.
vehicles. They kind of set them apart. But some of them started looking a bit like too close to PD. So I'm glad that we have those. We have those
Okay,
new
so
liveries coming.
slash reply does work. You just have to make sure to add their ID in.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you see a dispatch, I'm pretty sure it says the ID number right next to the name.
Okay.
Just think slash reply space, then the number, and then space and type what you want to say.
311A was for downed people. That's anonymous, Ben, I
Yeah,
think.
311A is anonymous. So if someone does a 311A or a 911A, it doesn't say their name.
Right. So that's when somebody's down and they want to role play out that they need ICU or something that they're not responding. And 311A means a local has called to report something that's went on. Reply should
Yes.
still have an ID number. Looks okay. All right, perfect. Awesome. Okay. The other thing was about the pay raise, which you've already done. I appreciate that very much. Thank you for that.
Yes, I did. Because there's
Um,
not many of you, and I want you guys to be paid well for doing
Yes.
so much extra work.
Thank you. Also, we would like to request that PD needs to be able to see our calls if possible, but we should not see PD calls. So, like, if PD is able to see our calls that are going out for like scenes, because the reason why we're saying this is because sometimes we went out to scenes that are still active, and we've had to actually call 911 for police to come to the scene for like, gang war, things like that. So I feel like if PD had access to that, they might be able to be there before we are and maybe clear the scene before we get there. And if that's not something, if you would rather us just still call
Yeah, so
PD.
that's kind of why I put in that rule when arriving on a scene, remain in your vehicle to look around first.
Okay.
And if it's not safe, back your vehicle up. Go to TAC 1 on the radio, request PD presence.
Okay.
So even if it's safe, remain in your vehicle when you get to a scene. Look around first from the vehicle. If it's safe, you can get out. If it's not, stay in.
Okay.
Radio 1 is PD. Ask presence. Wait for them to come clear it.
Got it. Okay. Because I wasn't sure if they got notified. I know that they get notified for is it stabbings and shootings? But for the baseball bats, I wasn't sure if they got reports for injured persons. So.
Dispatch reports for melee because then they would get like a million a second. You know what I mean?
That's true.
These people be crazy with those bats
That's
out there.
True. It's true. It's true. Okay.
Their fucking dispatch would be pinging for 5 seconds,
I mean, yeah, that's true. You're right.
Like,
okay.
we use our flashlights sometimes, they'd be pinging for us too, so.
Yeah, I think that we should have that in an announcement, if possible, so everyone can understand that information.
The scenes part?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll put it in the announcement, sure.
Okay.
No problem.
All right. Thank you so much. And also, last thing, well, actually, 2 more things, but one is we really need to ask people to use their chain of command and stop going to you directly. The only time people should be going to you is if things are not being done from the chain of command.
Oh, don't get me started. I'm going to quit this night, baby. Hold on.
So I want people to understand. You have your chain of command now, EMS trainees, then you have your EMT trainees, EMT, you have your paramedics, then you have your nurse, then you have your doctor, and so on and so forth. You should be seeing that right here. So if you have a problem, go to the one above you first, because if you see that things aren't being done, absolutely, they need to go to you. But give us a chance, you know what I mean, like to go through that chain of command, because you're busy, and the people that are the server owners are busy. They don't have time for this drama bullshit. Go through your chain of command. So, all right. Lastly, I just want to thank you for doing what you're doing, working very hard. Everybody,
made me cry.
Everyone here, everyone here, from my understanding, is really appreciative of what you're doing. I know I am. So thank you, and thank Matic, and thank everyone from EMS that you're doing great and you guys are killing it. Just keep doing it.
Thank
and that's
you.
all.
I'm tearing up. Dummy, get out of here.
Oh my god, okay, send me away.
So you did remind me, I did want to talk about an issue with an EMS personnel who quit last night, everybody. Fact I even have to discuss this is so cringe, but we did have somebody quit last night. And all day today, she has been going around trying to cause internal havoc between all of us EMS personnel. So if somebody, who I'm sure you guys all know of, comes up to you and says, for example, Ida is shit talking you, do not believe her, because she already went to Ida and told Ida that you and like 10 others were shit talking her. So she's trying to make us hate each other right now. Please just ignore her. I think she has severe issues in real life. So just let her talk her shit and just pretend she's not there. I actually am making a report on her for harassment right now. So if she goes around saying Tyler is quitting EMS, she's lying. She's trying to cause internal conflict. Because when she quit last night, I told her that was all right, hand in her equipment, and she got so mad that I did not fight for her to stay. So she's just a bit butthurt right now. If she goes up to you and says Ben is talking shit about you, she's lying. If she goes up to you and says anyone is talking shit or hates you, she's lying again. Please don't let her ruin the flow that we have been having so well so far the past week.
And she will try to reach out in the DMs. I feel like you guys need to ignore that. Don't let anything in the
just
city
please
bleed
block
into in
her.
real life. Yes, just block her, just ignore it. Just don't bring anything from outside the city, inside city, and vice versa.
Bella said she quit to you in city. Okay, she never told me she quit, so
Yeah, she told me to take that job and shove it up my ass. That was her exact words. So
you know, that's crazy because I was looking at the who's clocked in today, and she's been clocked in all day, and I noticed she hasn't been at the hospital once, so I guess she did quit without saying anything to me. So I will be finding her right away. Thank you for letting me know. We don't do farming paychecks here, especially now that she has the highest salary out of all of you guys because of her rank she was given for being friends with the ex-chiefs, which is so biased in my opinion. Bella Corona. All right, she's out of here. Thank you for telling me. She's gone, so. All right. Ida, can you actually send me that list? Like, just DM it to me in case I forgot anything. So I can
Sure.
get it all done.
Yes, I can do that.
Thank you so much. All right, does anyone else have any questions before we end the meeting?
I think the last thing I want to say is, like, again, if people are mad and they're downed, they're going to cuss at you, they're going to be mean to you, they're going to say stuff. We still need to treat them, even if they're yelling to get them up, get them up, get them up.
Professionally.
Yes, please
We are
be professional. Take
doctors.
your time, if anything, because it's their own fault. You know what I mean? Like they committed the crime. They know the outcomes of what's going to happen if they get into a knife fight. They chose to still involve themselves and do it, so they need to go with the flow. You know what I mean? Like if they get shot, they get stabbed, they have to be healed in the right way,
I know
even
I've
if taken to the
been very
hospital.
professional and a bit of a hard ass, but I will say if they are giving you a hard time at a scene, add in a few extra slash me's just to
No,
make them
I
wait a
do.
little longer.
I do.
You know, like
Like,
I know you guys
they're
think I'm a
cussing
hard
me.
ass, but I'm a little funny too on the side, okay? Definitely add in a few extra slash me's.
They're like,
you know?
get me up, bro, get me up. And then I'm like sitting there like checking for, I'm like slash me checking for wounds. Would it be bleeding? Would it be, you know, like just dragging it out.
Perfect.
I just can't. Okay.
Perfect. Let them bake in it for a
I'm
little
petty.
bit. Yeah. You guys have permission to do that if you have a tough patient. But at the end of the day, at the end of this meeting, it is in effect that you must use your new MDT. To open it, you think /EMS. So the minute I end this meeting, every time you treat a patient, please put it in the incidents in your MDT. Don't forget to make callouts on the radio to the street or area names. And wait in your car to check if the scene is safe before getting out. Yeah, I'll look at it, Franz. You're fine. There was something else I wanted to say. Make sure to always read the SOPs. Make sure to look at the Learning Center in the Discord. EMTs and EMT trainees, should not be at the hospital. Always be on patrol. So do paramedics. Paramedics should always be on patrol. Unless someone else is not there to man the hospital. EMT trainees have to have a ride along if you're an EMT trainee, meaning you did not finish your FTO sheet. You need to ride with somebody. All right. That's it. Thaddeus, do you have anything you'd like to say?
I just want to say, appreciate y'all. Everything you're doing, Poppy. You guys, you're doing great, and Ida, and everybody who's been around, pretty much through on the shorthand side. I know you guys are going straight crazy, so I just appreciate y'all, and hope you guys are enjoying your time. And I know some stuff's a little scuffed up, but we'll get to a better state, and I hope I just hope you guys continue to enjoy your time. So, and again, thank you, Poppy, for your work and what you do here. So,
Thank you, young Thaddeus.
well, you're welcome.
There you go. That's what I thought. All right, guys. See you in city. Use your MDTs. EMTs and paramedics, you better be on patrol. I better not see you sitting outside my pillbox. You're gonna get the flashlight to the back of the head. Only sit outside pillbox if there's not a nurse or higher there to man it. Alright? EMT trainees, if you have not finished your FTO sheet, find a doctor or me to help you finish it so you can drive solo, because EMT trainees have to ride along with other people. Alright, we good? Are we good? I am a transformer. Thank you for noticing. Psst. Crime out, baby.
Oh, she's great, guys. All right, that was the meeting. If you have any questions after, before, during, whatever, please come and see me. I recorded this for meeting purposes for those who didn't get to come. Again, I'm Dr. Out of Purpose in the city. You can also speak with Poppy, but please use your chain of command first. Right?